election time, which means both major parties are going to be making up a bunch of random numbers to convince you that the other team sucks.
If Peter Dutton had had his way, Australians today would be $7,200 worse off.
Australians? $7,200 worse off? Well, that sounds bad. But is it true? As the AAP Fact Check Unit pointed out, by Australians, Jim Chalmers meant 2 Australians in one household. For Chalmers, every Australian is just 2 Australians in a trench coat. And Labor also assumed that the coalition would have left the massively unpopular Stage 3 tax cuts alone, which is very unlikely, and that wage growth would have been less than half of what Labor delivered. People may well have been worse off under Dutton's plan, but that $7,200 number, well, at best you'd call it cheeky, at worst you'd call it bullshit. But making up figures is a game everyone loves. Here's Peter Dutton.
The average taxpayer is now paying $3,500 more tax this year alone, or for a dual income household, $7,000.
To Peter's credit, he does acknowledge the difference between 1 and 2 people, but everything else about that $3,500 tax cut is, as The Guardian put it, dumb. Why? Because the people he's talking about that are paying more tax, they're paying more tax because they're earning more money. According to the ABS, the average full-time worker in Australia is making $10,000 a year more since Labor came into power. So that's why the average worker is paying more tax, because they're earning more money. So by Dutton's logic, you should never earn more money, because then you will have to pay more tax. It's thinking outside the box, I'll give him that. If I was Dutton, I probably wouldn't have mentioned tax at all, since his current idea is to abolish Labor's tax cuts for all and replace it with a fossil fuel excise cut that will favour the rich and only last a year. I am so glad that our tax dollars will be going to lower the cost of fossil fuels, while gas and oil companies pay less tax in this country than our teachers. Yes, if this election proves anything, it's that pollies love baffling us with random made-up numbers about how bad the other team is.
$3,500.
$7,200.
It's no wonder 132% of people are fed up with the major parties.